What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video, and this one's a little bit delayed. Sorry, guys. Should have, as you can see, there's already another war that we've done since then. I'm going to get caught up. I promise it won't take long. We're not going to waste any time going through their attacks because they didn't even use all of them, and they weren't. There wasn't anything really impressive there. On our side, we did pretty good. You see that they're the one star slipping through. But besides that, all 2 and 3 stars all the way down. So excellent job to everybody at OneHive. Let's get right to it. I am going to show you, I know people want to see them sometimes, so I'm going to show you one of these Town Hall 11 dip downs. I like to show them every once in a while, not a whole lot, because I don't think they're just terribly interesting, but they are very important, and you have to be able to do it. So I think it could help some people out there, so we're going to show a few of them. VIP, dropping down the queen with the healers on there, getting that queen walk going, dropping it right towards that first air defense, which is very much exposed, or very much reachable. I wouldn't say exposed, but reachable by that queen. She grabs that, and then getting a lot of damage coming her way from these expos and all some splash damage coming in. But those healers with that rage, and no big deal, heals her right back up, takes out some of that splash damage, and gets out of range of one of those expos. So she's looking pretty good now. Takes out that storage, and then on around the base. Now, the quakes go down, that opens up the core, and remember the how-to video, the same thing goes for Town Hall 11s, but they just can do it so much better because that warden just buffs the crap out of their Valks, makes them super tanky, more so probably even than they were before the nerf. So they're tanky, they have tons of damage. It's just very strong at Town Hall 11. It comes in with the wall breakers there, lets the queen step in. Actually, I said the air defense. I don't know why. That's just old habits dying hard, I guess. Talking about queens taking out air defenses, it really doesn't matter in this attack. But anyways, comes into the next section, takes out some more defenses. Has the wall breakers opened up with the queen, moving in sort of with the kill squad. The king coming in, the Valks coming in, the Grand Warden right behind him there. You see the queen does eventually go down. But the Valks are not affected at all by the Lava Hound and the CC. They can just move their way right through. Really nice free spell there in that core to take it out. The Town Hall goes down, and then hogs and a couple giants, or actually a giant there on the backside. These hogs are so powerful, especially when there's no inferno towers or giant bombs. And on these lower defensive bases, it has the maxed out expo, maxed out splash damage, but does not, and Teslas, but does not have the cannons and archer towers maxed out. So these hogs just tear through it. You see the Valks still going strong with the help of that one wizard, or that one healer and the Grand Warden. They're just ripping stuff up, closing on these last few defenses. They go down, and that's the 3-star. Nicely done to VIP Andre with a 3-star. All right, moving on from there, we're getting some Town Hall 10 action for you guys. Looking at number 13 here, and don't freak out, this is not me. This is the other Jake. It's very confusing. Exactly the same name. He's a Town Hall 10, but he has a much higher Town Hall 10. He has level 40 queen with a 37 king, so he's going to come in and take this base out. It's not a real complicated base. I mean, he wants to get those Valks, or excuse me, those Valks. He wants to get his kill squad. I'm screwing up tonight. He wants to get that kill squad with those golems. He has that P.E.K.K.A. Wants to get the king, queen, all of that into that core. He wants to just open it up, let them get in there. Once they do, they'll take all that out, and then he knows his hogs can take care of the outside of that, outside of the base. Going through, there's not really good spots for giant bombs or spring traps. Everything's pretty tightly put in there, so he knows if he gets his core down to his kill squad, he's looking good for the 3-star. So comes in, jump spell down, that rages everything up, moves right in on that first inferno tower. It's going to go down right here in just a moment. I think that king is actually distracting a little bit right here. There it goes. It's down. The hog's already moving through because he knows all of those streams are occupied. So once you know that, you got enough Valks, actually you got enough golems in there, you got your heroes in there, that not any of your hogs are going to be targeted by that inferno tower, you're fine to send them in because that heal spell gets full effect. You see he's healing up there. Let them get through to those Teslas that are popping, those maxed out Teslas. Those are very dangerous, but with the new level 6 hogs, they can handle it so much better. You see giant bombs going off, but while that heal spell's down, he's looking pretty good. Unfortunately, the heal runs off right as the giant bomb goes off in the core, so he does have some very weakened hogs down here. His queen's still going. She's doing a little bit of tanking for him. He's going to be able to pop that ability when he needs it. Still has that in the bag. The cannon here is distracted by that golem and that king. Now, only that archer tower is left as a threat, and he has the queen's ability again. And those hogs are still level 6, so they're still pretty tanky and get in there and get the 3-star. So nicely done to the other Jake. Good job, man. One more little builder hut there. That last big giant bomb took his hogs out. All right, moving on. Oh man, this one was so close. Such a heartbreaker. Poor Warren, 99%. He's a relatively new Town Hall 10. You'll see only a level 32 queen there. He's like me, except for he didn't spend as much money as I did once we went Town Hall 10. But we pretty much went close to the same time. Comes in with his golems on the right side here. He's going to do the old school, just go la lune on this one, which is actually a good choice because he can come in from this compartment, get the queen, get a couple air defenses, possibly an inferno tower right there. So sets up his funnel really nicely with the wizards and those couple balloons there just to take out some of those defenses. Make sure nothing's really going to roam on him here. And from there, takes the queen out, jumps right into that compartment where the Inferno Tower is, knows that the queen is going to sort of hang back. She's going to grab these air defenses that are there. CC troops coming out, drops the poison down. That's going to slow down any damage and also just start taking those out of the way. And then as the queen gets on to them and to this Inferno Tower, it's going to go down. You see the king there. He's dealing with those CC troops, but as soon as that's over, boom. The Inferno Tower is down, has 2 ADs down, has the one Inferno Tower down. Does have a free spell for that next Inferno Tower, so he's just going to go right at it, drop that haste spell, move those balloons in, and as soon as they get in range, right here in just a moment, he's going to drop in that free spell and make sure that they're going to make it with a rage, which is going to allow that to take it out in one bomb drop, so that was nice. And from there, just Lava House on the backside, more balloons, just targeting each one of these defenses that he can get to, and from there, it is just a matter of hasting them up, keeping them moving quickly, hoping that they get everything done before the damage just ramps up too much. But as you see, that last Lava Hound hovering over that last air defense, and all other defenses are pretty much done at this point. He's got an Archer Tower and an Expo to worry about. And as that last Lava Hound explodes, the Queen closes in on that last AD, which is going to help him out. We're going to fast forward here because it's a slow process from here. For the cleanup, there is a king down here roaming around, which is going to be a bit of an issue for him. Really, really close here, just sort of low on time, does not have a whole lot of pups left over, and as he closes in down towards the bottom here, you're going to see he loses a few more pups to that red bomb there. They're doing damage to this king, but they're not taking him down quickly enough. Some of these trash buildings are just starting to go down, but look how slowly this queen and these balloons get to it. So close, 5 seconds left, but the king is going to distract all of it. He's going to take all of this. Boom, one bomb drop and one freaking building left, 99%. So close to our boy Warren. Excellent attack, though. Very, very nicely done. All right, Town Hall 9 action. Let's watch Sean do a nice Go Valo. Love them. You guys know I like these. Let's see where he starts on this one. The bottom left here comes in with a couple of golems. Wizards, normal stuff, creates the funnel there, opens it all up, spread it out, making sure everything is going to go right where he wants it to, because you got to make that funnel nice and wide for them redheads. They will go shopping on you. Drops the wall breakers in, perfectly done. There's the CC with the Valks, his own Valks going in, the king going in, the queen going in. Drops the jump spell to allow them to continue to move forward. Lava Hound comes out of the CC. The Valks are not affected by that at all. There's the second jump, which sets them into the core where the queen's at. Once she fires a shot or two, they're going to take aggro, and look at all those Teslas. But with that heal, those Valks are just fine in that core. They're going to clear all that out, and then he can start sending in his balloons on the left side where there is no more air defense. You see on the right side, there's that 1 AD remaining. But he knows, hopefully, if his queen will hurry along, she could get to, unfortunately, those jumps start to run out, and she's going the other direction. So he does have quite a few balloons here that he's sort of holding on to, but that golem did make it into that compartment, and he's going to start beating on that air defense. Actually, there's 2 golems in there, and once they explode, it's even better because you'll see, watch it out here, kaboom, just completely takes it out. It's quite a bit of damage coming from them when they explode. That allows him to start sending in the rest of his balloons. He's got to deal with that air sweeper, but just haste them up, moves them right through it, and from there, he can just start targeting all these outside defenses. Looking real good for the 3-star here. Has a lot of balloons, has 4 still in the bag until he starts deploying those last few. Take out all those defenses. The queen is still up. She's helping with cleanup. A couple of wizards with cleanup. And it's just enough to get the job done there. Balloon's not the most effective cleanup unit, but they do help out a little bit, which is all he needed. Going around the outside, queen, wizards, they're doing the majority of the work. And to that last builder hut right there, boom, 3-star. Nicely done, Sean. All right, a couple more here. Let's move on down to number 22, called Drogo. Taking this one out. This is one of those real compact bases, and I love showing these to you guys because I hear all of the time how some of you guys struggle on these more than others. So when I get a good opportunity to show you these, one that you're gonna see this base. Trust me, you're going to see it in war. Here's a great way to take it out. Just drops that Quake spell, creates the funnel for his Valks here. You see a big wide funnel. The whole side of this base is essentially taken out for the funnel. Lets the queen take out some more of those buildings, and then the king, the Valks, everything going in, rages up. This clan obviously loved having lava hounds in the CC, which is great, because if you use Valks and attacks like that, it's almost like they don't have anything. Some of his Valks did peel off there, but you can see the vast majority of the bombs, the core, it's all gone. The hogs just start coming around the outside. The queen is still in there taking out some defenses. The king is in the core doing a lot of tanking, uses that ability, moves him right through. I love how the queen actually went the opposite direction of the lava hound, and with those Valks and that golem out front, she is just walking through untouched, taking out all kinds of defenses, and of course the hogs doing their thing as well. Right there, the giant bombs getting triggered by those Valks, which is beautiful. He doesn't have a heal spell left, so the last one goes off, does glance on them a little bit, but the last defense is going down. Lava Hound finally explodes, but the damage is done. That's the 3-star. Nicely done. Called Drogo. All right. Last one for this war. We're just going to drop down one spot. Check out Crazy Moving, doing it with an old school Golan. And people have asked me about this. You know, how rare is this? It's pretty rare. But every war you'll see one, maybe two. No Queen Walk, no Valks, nothing like that. Just coming in with a Golem in a few spells, a few wizards, his king and queen, getting that queen taken care of, getting an air defense taken care of, getting those CC troops taken care of. And once you do that, if you know, you go back to the clockwise, counterclockwise video, if you go back to the how to Laloon videos and all that, this stuff still works. I mean, that's the bottom line. It will still take out a Town Hall 9 if you follow the steps. He comes in, you see the CC troops coming out, poison goes down, the queen's down already. Those balloons and skeletons and the witch start to go down here in just a moment. They're all gone. Now it's about that air defense. Once that is done, he is able to send in his lava hounds, his balloons, and just works this clockwise motion around the space, taking those defenses out, doubling up on that first air defense on the lava hounds there, just to make sure that his balloons aren't taking any damage. Once that first one pops, which is fine, then just sort of moves around the base, letting it develop, giving it time, letting it reinforce. And as he sends these other balloons in, you're going to see a few balloons cutting across the middle of the base. And we've always talked about how important that is. Look at that one sweeper. That one balloon's going to get through there and get the job done and take it out when instead of letting it just sit there and beat. Actually, it was going to get the job done until that one trap got it there. But anyways, actually, it might have been that Expo that got it. But that was the right deployment, is what that tells you. That is the correct way to deploy those troops. So that you do get to those core defenses. Unfortunately, that time it just wasn't. He needed like one more balloon there, but still not that big a deal. He has the haste spells for the backside balloons that he's got moving through. That sweeper actually pushed those balloons right on top of that wizard tower. I thought that was pretty funny, kind of an appreciative thing there. And as they get closing in on this last sweeper and that last Expo, that Lava Hound is still doing some tanking. He doesn't have many pups, but he's got enough that are doing a little bit of damage around the outside. These balloons actually get on some pretty high HP buildings pretty quickly, so that helped him out. And, of course, the wizard that he's got going around helping as well. There's the 3-star. So nicely done to Crazy Moving. All right, guys, that is it for this one. Hope you enjoyed the selection of attacks. Nicely done to OneHive. Very, very good. Until next time, Jake from OneHive, doing my best to help you guys suck less.